Hello, guys. Nat Blue here with another episode of Nat News, news about stuff that I personally care about. So, we are going to kick this off with a personal news story this week. I saw a possum a few days ago. To me, that's a pretty big deal, but I want to give a little bit of context here. So I had just gotten home from work, and I was still sitting in my garage. You know that period where you get home, but you sit in your car waiting to decompress from work before going inside of your house? That's what was happening. So I had just gotten home and I got a camera notification that something was outside of my garage, which was a little bit odd because I was still inside of my garage. So looking at the camera footage, there was a possum walking in my driveway. And it looked like the possum went right into my open garage. So for a moment, I thought, hey, there's a possum in here with me. So I grabbed my phone, turn on my flashlight, get out of the car, and do a sweep of my garage, kind of hoping to find this possum. Sadly, the possum seems to have dipped out of frame of the camera. It didn't actually go into the garage, probably, because I fully intended on petting that possum. I have a problem where I want to pet wild animals often. It's kind of one of those things that I really want to do with my life. So it's probably a good thing that this possum walked away and didn't get the chance to bite me, giving me an infected wound or anything because of, the bacteria in their mouth. But honestly, it would have been worth the pet. I think possums look pretty soft, and I want to know what that fur feels like. I really want to know what that fur feels like. And possums are just so darn cute, So I didn't get to pet America's marsupial, and that's a little bit upsetting to me. But, there's always next time. In some Marvel news, Benedict Cumberbatch recently said that he was wrong about being in Avengers Doomsday. He said, I got that wrong. I'm in the next one. Don't ever believe anything I say. And I love that for him. If you notice me looking down at the ground, it's because I have notes down there, and I probably should have put them more elevated, but that's okay, You live and you learn. Also in Marvel news, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man came out with the first 2 episodes a few days ago. I don't know how I feel about the animation yet. I'm still not a huge fan of it, but I do really like how well it captures the essence of Spider-Man. You get to see that whole neighborhood aspect of him, which I feel like we haven't gotten to see a lot recently because he's been involved in bigger fights against bigger villains, even in space. And I really enjoy that about this show. The scene with the pizza shop was really good. I like a lot of the side characters so far. I know people are upset about the gender bending of Dr. Connors. I don't think it's a big deal. For the same reason, I don't think that the race bending of the Osborns is a big deal. It's a different universe. It's a different Spider-Man universe. And from what I understand, it does not really connect with the MCU either. It's the same thing as there being a female Doc Ock. I mean, it's just not a big deal to me. I understand it is to some people. To me, I don't really mind this change. In TTRPG news, D&D released the Unearthed Arcana for the College of the Moonbard, the Knowledge Domain Cleric, the Purple Dragon Knight Fighter, the Oath of the Noble Genie's Paladin, White Walker Ranger, Scion of the Three Rogue, Spellfire Sorcery Sorcerer, and the Bladesinger Wizard. So some of these are new. I know College of the Moon, Bard is new. The Spellfire Sorcery Sorcerer is new. The Scion of the Three Rogue is new. The White Walker Ranger is the new. The Oath of the Noble Genie's Paladin is new. And honestly, the Purple Dragon Knight is pretty much new. The Purple Dragon Knight is not similar to it was in earlier edition, or in the earlier books. It's closer to the Drake Warden Ranger. And to some people, that's a little bit upsetting because the Purple Dragon Knight thematically was a really cool class. But I am excited about the College of the Moon bard. I think that sounds really interesting. It's more of like a Fey bard, which is really cool thing to explore. The Knowledge Domain Cleric is just really good. Spellfire Sorcery is pretty much just magic fire, which I don't know how I feel about that yet. Oath of the Noble Genies is interesting. I do think they should do a Genie Warlock though. I feel like a Genie Paladin doesn't make quite as much sense, but I think thematically, or not even thematically, they gave it some cool abilities. Different genies give you different abilities, and that's really cool to think about. The Scion of the Three is interesting because the three are like the death gods in D&D, so that's really cool to explore. You also get different abilities for that. And then the Bladesinger Wizard is just a really good class because it's a wizard that can use melee. So that's really good for that class where you're a little bit softer and a little bit was up close, to be honest. So I think that's all of my news for this week. If I am missing anything, please leave a comment. If you have any comments about anything I talked about, please also leave a comment, especially about like the new Spider-Man show. I know people are upset, but we can talk it out in the comments amongst each other if you guys would like. So if you did like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And until next time, guys, peace.